So as we know, Black Ops 3 Zombies is coming to end with just Infinite Warfare just around that corner now. We're just a couple of days away. So to do with this, I'm going to go through the good and the bad things between Black Ops 3 Zombies, and that's it. So let's get right into it with the good things. So from what the good things we had, first off, we had a lot of variety this year through the weapons. Because normally in Call of Duties in Zombies we don't normally get many weapons. This year we actually got quite a lot of weapons, starting with DLC 2 when we got the Razorback. That is probably one of the guns that I want to keep using, but it was a Zetsubo exclusive. We've also the Marshalls, that is one of the most overpowered DLC weapons we have added to the multiplayer, not just the multiplayer, but the zombie side as well. That was a really good the add-in, but I would have liked to seen that on more maps. So, and then we also had the MX Grand. That was an alright gun to add. It was a throwback to like World at War, because we had an M1 Grand back in World at War. And then in DLC 3 we got the gun that everyone wanted back for 8 years, the PPSH. It's probably one of the most strongest guns we've had in Zombies, but due to the double tap it wasn't as strong, but it was a really good, it's probably one of the strongest guns we've got in Zombies that has came in through DLC. Also we got a new ballistic knife type weapon when you pack a punch, so we got the Shadow Claws. Really good to have something that had ballistic knives, like pack a punch style again, because when having that pack a punch ballistic knife style, it's really helpful for being a medic on the team. So like if you go down, you can't get close to them or you're near them, you can just shoot them and you get back up, and it gives us a lot of fun to get right into it. And then in the last one in Grog Krovi we got was the FAMAS. No, actually it wasn't the last one we got, and it was the FAMAS and the L4 Siege. Pretty good that we got a new rocket launcher added into this, because getting a rocket launcher into Zombies is, we never had this before. At the Zombies, having a rocket launcher added to it, we never had it before in Zombies that we've had one. All we've had is the default launchers they give us. We never had one added like this. So it was pretty good, and it was pretty strong for a rocket launcher. It was probably the best rocket launcher we've ever had in Zombies as well, because it had that rapid fire rate that we've never had on a rocket launcher before. And then also we got the FAMAS, just a throwback. Well, it was the FFAR, that was a throwback to the FAMAS from Black Ops 1, so that was a really good thing. And now we go right in to DLC 4. So DLC 4 with weapons, we got a really good throwback weapon. We got the Thunder Gun back. We also got another good throwback weapon from Mob of the Dead. We got the M1927, an amazing SMG, but I'm hoping they will add in more future maps on newer Call of Duties, because it's also having a throwback to Mob of the Dead. It's also a throwback to World at War, because it's like the Thompson but a weaker version, but it's so good just to have. So next we're going to go on to our Gobblegums. So Gobblegums is a really good feature that they added this year. This year with it being the Gobblegums, it's really good because it changes everyone's playstyle every game. So if you have like Pegholicon, you can have you can just chill to start with, and then you basically get an easy time. And then you get some other overpowered Gobblegums like Free Shopper. Free Shopper, one of the most overpowered Gobblegums in the game, but is the rarest one to get, unfortunately. What I mean by Free Shopper is that when you take this Gobblegum, everything for a minute is free. It's balanced, but it works, because the only best time to use it is right at the beginning of the game to get all the doors open, and only on certain maps can you get all the doors open. You can't get it open on every single map, so that's a pretty good one. They had the Gobblegums. They are really good because we had all different types, from drops to powered Pegholic and Free Shopper. So some really helpful ones like Team Help and like Aftertaste, Self-Medication, and what do you call it? The new one, what they added for reviving teammates being close, and the cash one, because they were really good ones. They had in DLC 4 when they had a bunch of megas, and it was a really amazing feature they had. So I can't believe they actually added that many mega Gobblegums into it. And then we get onto that Treyarch actually listened to us this year. Treyarch saw the negative feedback they got from DLC 1 and 2 and Shadows of Evil from about the Wonder Weapons. So they realised that when they did the Giant, it was a really good thing, and that when they brought out DLCs 1 and 2, seeing that you had to build the Wonder Weapon, no one liked it, so they really put the back in the one where you get the Wonder Weapon through the box, and it was amazing, because everyone enjoyed it, because that's the way the zombie community likes to play it. They like to play it through getting the Wonder Weapon out of the box, because it's easy, it's easy and not so time consuming. It can be time consuming, but not as time consuming as building the Wonder Weapon and making it easy for yourself. Making it easy for yourself isn't challenging. Zombie wants to be challenges to us. like older zombie players, because we've been playing zombies this long and we want to have a challenge getting these like stuff out the box and stuff. So getting out the box can be easy because you can get on your first go, or you can get on your 50th go. Best thing about having random luck. And then also the last one is that some of the Easter eggs were decent this year. Like none of the Easter eggs are really we've had some pretty bad Easter eggs in the past. Transit, we are not going anywhere near you. So what I mean by it's really good that we've had like the story mostly based on these Easter eggs. That story's been heavily put onto these Easter eggs. Like Grog Sophie was brought back, Good Guy Gash was back. It was just amazing to have these characters back, because we got some throwback characters to Black Ops and World at War, especially with Peter McCain in the intro cutscene to Grog. That was so amazing to have back in Zombies, because we hadn't had something like this back in Zombies in a long ass time. And then the final thing that we're going into for this good sad things on stuff to what was good about Black Ops 3 Zombies, the Pack-a-Punch cameras. Pack-a-Punch camos this year was amazing because every map had a different Pack-a-Punch camo and it had its own unique style. We've never had this in Zombies before. We've had maps that have had the like in Black Ops 2 we had like two maps that had their own unique Pack-a-Punch camo. We had Mob of the Dead, who has one of the most amazing Pack-a-Punch camos to date. I still think that one's my favourite Pack-a-Punch camo from Mob of the Dead, because it was so amazing with the apocalyptic symbols on it, and because it was set in the fucking, what do you call it? It was set during the 90s. No, I think it was 1980s, 70s or 60s. If it was 1960s, it was set, but because it was based in hell, so it was really good that they actually brought that to that game in Black Ops 2. And also reintroduced it in Origins when you get the ice camo because of the Paris, because it was really cold. But in Black Ops 3, every map got its own unique camo. So Shadows of Evil had that apothecon style, like it had like apothecon symbols and apocalyptic symbols on it. That was really good for a camo. And then when we got into the Giant, we got a little bit of a throwback, like some like default camo. What we mean by default camo is just so this plain old camo that doesn't glow or anything. It was just amazing to have like something back. It was the basic. It was one of those camos that reminded us of Derice back in the day, because that's when I play the Giant. That camo makes me think of Derice, even though we're on the Derice, but that camo actually makes me feel like I'm back in Derice and World at War when I first started playing Zombies. So it's so amazing to have that type of camo back in it. And then we also got in Dies and Jack, we got the first ever time we've had camos that have ever changed colour. So what we mean by this, when you Pack-a-Punch your gun, the gun could come out a different colour each time. So if you Pack-a-Punch the Shiva, it could come out blue, and then you Pack-a-Punch the VMP, it could come out yellow. It was just an amazing thing to add, especially with that crystallized effect they had in the Azandrak camo. That was one of the most cool looking camos, but no camo can top the bloody Grog camo. The Grog camo was the absolute best Pack-a-Punch camo they give us, because the map had dragons on it. Your gun actually had the skin of a dragon on the camo, and it could come in all different colours. I think it could come in red, blue, green, or purple. I think it could come in those colours, and purple was my most favourite one, even though purple's my favourite colour. But purple being in that camo just looked so amazing, because it looked like it was, because we never had a purple camo in Zombies before. But from the Zombies, we've always had those dark camos, but ever since the Black Ops 3 bringing in these camos with different colours, it was really good. And then Zetsubo Nishima back in DLC 2 wasn't a good camo, but I liked the way they did it. It was like, because it was in a swamp, it had like swamp fields to the camo, but also because of Sparrow, you got that like spider type on the camo, because there was spiders all over the map, and the Pack-a-Punch team was pretty webbed up, so yeah, it looked pretty good. And then Revelations, that camo on Revelations remind me a lot of the Dies and Jack one, but with like the twist on like the multiverse on it. It was like, it had like these little veins in it, because it was inside the Apothecon, so it made it like it was like the Apothecon had eaten the Pack-a-Punch camo in a way and left his like saliva left on it, like making it all shiny, but with the veins inside. Could have mean that he could have gotten the gun. But that was amazing to have in the game. And one last thing I would like to add is that we finally got to the end of the zombie story. This is what I like about Black Ops 3. We actually got an ending to like who's good and who's bad in the zombies storyline. I found that was really good. So yeah, that was a really good thing for them to add by Triac to actually give us like some sort of occasion of this to having this storyline like over now. As we think, unless they bring it back in World at War 2, it'll be really good. So anyway guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will see you in another video for the bad things in Call of Duty Zombies. So we will see you next time in another